Okay, I'm in Danbury today. It's a bank holiday Monday. I've got the week off work, excellent. And I'm in Danbury Country Park at the moment. So this is it's quite high ground for Essex, Danbury. It's up to sort of 300 foot. And you can see like the church at the top of the hill at Danbury for quite a few miles around. Not far from Chelmsford, so it was about a half-hour drive for me from where I live in Ongar. And yeah, this walk is out of this book again. I haven't got many more walks in this book. And it's 10 miles, 4.5 hours. I'm on my own today. I think Alex has gone elsewhere, and Richard and the other walking buddies, they're all busy and stuff like that. So doing a walk on my own, which is nice. Weather's good. I thought it was going to be a bit cloudy, and it's actually turned out quite sunny and quite warm, so I'll crack the shorts out again. People beware. And there's a big tree here, and yeah, it's quite busy because it's a bank holiday. There's a few people, a few families around in the park and stuff. It's nearly 2 o'clock. I started late. I woke up a bit late, so I'm starting late. I'm carrying a bit lighter kit this time, but I'm carrying a lot of water and food as well, just because there's only 2 pubs on the whole walk, and they're both in Danbury, so they're not exactly well spread out. So I'm well stocked for that. Sun cream, sun hat, the works. So anyway, I'm gonna find the right path, get a move on, and then I'll speak to you in a little bit with some information about the place and history and stuff as well, as per usual. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I have made a wrong turn. I've got to go back around that way, but what a wrong turn it is. I mean, how nice is this? Come out to these, I think there's 2 or 3 big fishing lakes. There's one on the other side here, just through the trees. Yeah, very nice. And there's the other one, just over there. I've found the right way, and I'm now heading through the country park, following this way ahead, these white topped posts, and then eventually it'll bring me out to the 414, A414 road, main road, and the village of Danbury, and then I go through that and carry on to the north of the village. The park was first laid out as a private estate as early as the 13th century. Much of it is now given over to Danbury Youth Camp, maintained by the County Council, and filled with tents in the summer. I'll just read you also a little bit about sort of like the summary, or if you were the blurb of the walk. Essex has a hilltop village, and what a good one Danbury is. Who needs a jewel of the Renaissance deep in the Tuscan countryside? When 30 miles from London, you can tour sculpted estates, country parks and wooded dales with views over what feels like all of Essex popping up now and then. As a bonus, this route takes in a descent to the northern foot of the ridge, where the River Chelmer provides a delightful halfway interlude. There's such great variety in this walk, from sculpted parks to a quiet riverside and a patchwork of habitats on the ridge itself, plus that surprise for those who don't know Essex, the hill. So I crossed over the A414 from the country park near Danbury Palace, and then went down Rifham's Lane. You follow that all the way round till you get to opposite Elm Green Lane, and you chuck a left here at this concrete footpath sign to enter Rifham's Park. So, just read you a little bit. It was landscaped in 1815 and one of the last works of Capability Brown's successor, Humphrey Repton. So I've crossed Rifham's Park, which is sort of like farmland as well, and you enter this forest. There's, just through the trees there, that's Rifham's Park. Quite a big sort of country estate as well by the looks of things. And you enter this nice forest. It's quite a lot of forest area in Danbury. I've done a walk here a few years ago now. I did it on my own and I got really lost. And it was about the same distance. It may have even, I think it was a very similar walk, a different start point to it. So this area is a bit different, but I think the latter sort of half of the walk is very similar from what I can remember anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of, I say, sort of hilltops and forests in Danbury. It's just really nice. It's you sort of, I suppose you kind of forget that you're very close to Chelmsford here. Yeah, and with the hills and stuff, it's just sort of, yeah, it's another little gem that Essex has to offer that people forget about. They think that, you know, all of Essex is flat. Yeah, there is a lot of flat ground here, but there's also some real high ground as well. Yeah, and some, okay, not sort of like mountain tops and stuff, but it has got some hills, and I think that's nice. And the thing I always try to portray in my videos is you don't need hills for it to be a walk, for it to be a good walk either. It can still be really nice, just, you know, like this. There's a nice little stream here. It's running through here under this bridge, and through all the holly. They're out there and running around there, and there's this big pipe, I don't know what that's for, down along there. Okay, so I'm carrying on up here, and I'm looking for my next point of reference is, I'm looking for a path called the Admiral McHardy Way, and I'm heading to Great Graces. Okay, talk to you in a bit. So this is the orchard, and this footpath is the Admiral McHardy Way, which is commemorating 150 years of policing in Essex, apparently, according to the signs, the footpath signs for it. They'll be in the photos at the end of the video. And that is Great Graces Barn. So it's the orchard. So heading through here, then you cross the road and take the broad lime tree path, Graces Walk. Heading gently downhill, aiming directly for Chelmsford. Because we're not going that far, of course. Okay, more to come. This is Graces Walk, and it's an avenue of lime trees. It's very nice. It's nice to be out in the sun as well, in the shade here. Some horses and stables over there through the trees. Yeah, there's a slight breeze, but it's mostly the sun's out. If that breeze weren't there, it'd be absolutely baking. Not as bad as Allsit Fen though. That was hot. I think it's not my last video. I think it was a video or two before, something like that. I mean, check back through the playlists and stuff. And yeah, Allsit Fen, no shade, no clouds, and it apparently, I heard it got to 32, 33, but apparently a couple of people, when I was at the gym, we were talking about how hot it was that day, and people were saying it got to 35 degrees Celsius in this country. Honestly, I'm not surprised there weren't any deaths. You know, when you just think it's so hot that people, like, especially in this country, because we don't have, when we have a heat wave, it's kind of like sticky and humid, and it's not a comfortable heat. Like when when you get off the plane in a foreign country and the warm air hits you, but it's sort of comfortable. Here it's it's horrible. It's not nice, and I'm surprised like that sort of animals and sort of humans in a way like struggle to cope with it. Well, we do struggle, but I mean, like, they must get heat related deaths, or people getting heat stroke and things like that. It's unreal. It was absolutely unreal that day. So hot. I think if I knew, going forwards, if I knew that it was going to be that hot and I was going to do a walk, I would probably cancel the walk. I'd rather stay indoors or go to the gym where, well, hopefully the aircon's working, and yeah, and it'd just be so much, yeah, that'd be nicer really than trying to walk in it. I mean, it was, oh, I just got home and like just collapsed. It was, I didn't want to eat anything, it was too hot. Oh, it was, yeah, it's nasty. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. I'm probably going to stop and eat in a bit. I've got, you know, some cheese sandwiches, some crisps, protein cookies, some, yeah, just snacks really, and stop and have something to eat. And what I'm going to do is try and split my food up into like 2 breaks, like I normally do, especially for these long walks. So sort of if I walk for an hour, I'll then have a break, eat half the food, walk for another hour, see how I'm feeling, maybe eat then, and then walk for another hour, maybe stop, eat another little bit again. Just try and space it out like that really, because you know, you do burn a lot of calories when you're walking. People forget that. Yeah, you do shift through calories, so you know, you always want to be taking, you know, enough food with you, sort of like 2 small meals, especially if you're doing sort of a walk over 3 hours, like 4 hours or more. Definitely, you know, if there's pubs that are doing food, stop and get food at the pub, always good. Yeah, talking of pubs, actually, that's, I tell you what, I'm absolutely dying for a pint now. Murder a pint of cider or even just a pint of Coke, anything. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I can taste the pint now. So in the distance, you probably can't see on the horizon there, that's Chelmsford that I'm sort of heading towards. Ah, it's a nice breeze. Okay, right, stay tuned and I'll talk to you in a bit. Hang on, I'm going to try and zoom in here. I know you can't see them. These little, I don't know if they're flightless or they're just walking along. A small group of small little birds. I don't know what they are. They're not, I think they might be pheasants. Maybe pheasants, I'm not sure. Anyway, the camera's not picking them up anyway. Okay, stay tuned. I've just come from this way, just over a kilometre, and it crosses over this lovely little brook here. This is Sandon Brook, and then I'll just show you the other side of the bridge here. This could be a nice place to stop and quickly have a snack. Just dangle my legs over the edge here, be careful not to fall in or drop the camera in. There's me. Trying to see if there's any fish in there. Could be, I don't know. Anyway, it's quite fast flowing. So yeah, I'm going to stop, have a quick bite to eat, I think, and then a little bit further on, 70 metres later, turn right at the wooden sign. So I'm just going to actually quickly mention this here. It says here in the guidebook, the bridge over Sandon Brook is said to be haunted by Lady Alice Mildmay, who drowned herself hereabouts in 1615 to escape her husband's unkindness. I've just come out at Waterhall Meadows. There's a small car park there, and that's Sandon Brook, and this is the Ford, and the Ford is in flood by the looks of it, so I'm going to have to use the bridge that's just there. That looks really nice, this. That looks quite fast flowing. I could probably collect that water as well. I'm just going to get to the bridge and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about Waterhall Meadows. Waterhall Meadows are a rare Essex example of unimproved flood meadows. In summer, look out for the profusion of dragonflies and damselflies, particularly the white-legged damselfly. 8 species of warbler visit here, 6 to nest. At the other end of the scale, don't be surprised to see Highland cattle performing the essential tasks of keeping vegetation in check. So yeah, so this is the ford at the Sandon Brook. So I don't know, there's something I like about fords. They really sort of sound like the countryside and sort of like these little impassable roads, and I just seen there's that white car up ahead there. Just had to sort of go through this, and it actually looked quite fairly deep. I'd say probably, I don't know, it was halfway up his wheels. So yeah, it's there's the depth gauge there. It's under a foot, but you know you'd have to go slow through it if you was driving through it. But yeah, really nice. Look, it's just pouring out and then going into here, and it carries on over here. And yeah, I am going across here, across the pedestrian bridge on the ford. Oh, there's some blackberries, wild edibles. Alex will like them, he'd be stopping here having those. We're going to start doing some wild edible stuff on future videos. You know, just start with basic things first. Okay, and then you turn left at this concrete post and continue through there. So I'm at Little Baddow Hall, really nice old house that, very old. And then across the road is the parish church of St Mary the Virgin. So I'm going to have a look in there. So yeah, this is Little Baddow, and once again, like in a lot of places in Essex, the main house, like the manor house or the hall and the church, is situated away from the actual village itself. It's quite a common theme, that. And yeah, so this is the church. Got a really nice old porch on it. The sun's gone in a little bit now, it's a little bit cooler, which is nice. And pan up. So yeah, I'm going to have a look in here. Let's see if it's open. They're usually always locked. So far so good. And unfortunately it's locked. Yeah, it's a shame. Trying to see if there's any leaflets in here. It's a bit gloomy in here. Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well. I suppose, I don't know if it being a bank holiday Monday has anything to do with that, but still. So I'm just going to have a little look around the church. That's a nice bench. I'm really tempted to just sit and have a break, but no, I've got to keep going. The car park at Danbury Country Park shuts at 8:30 tonight. I should be back in plenty of time for that, but yeah, time does fly. Quite a big churchyard here. It's got a nice view over the field there. Blocked up a window there. You can see it looks like an old church, probably like I mean, well, if I'd have been able to tell you more info about the church if I could have got in, but it looks Norman if I was having a guess. Yeah, now that little Baddow Hall, it's in the book here as well. A bit blurry. I'll put the picture. I took a picture of it at the end as well. That'll be at the end of the video. Actually, I've just got a little bit of info on the church here that I've just found. Well, it's not going to. It's not going to be as interesting. You're not going to be able to sort of relate to it. You won't be able to see it, of course. But just scooting through the graves here. There's a lot of them. They're all quite closely bunched together. Them ones always creep me out. Those are like coffin-style ones. Come back down here to the gate. Okay. So yeah, in the church, 20th century plaster removal revealed fine timber roof beams and 2 medieval murals. In her memorial, Lady Mildmay holds a skull denoting suicide. So of course, earlier in the video, that was at Sandon Brook. She was the same Lady Alice Mildmay who committed suicide by throwing herself into the river. I think she threw herself into the river. I've forgotten myself now. She drowned herself there in 1615 to escape her husband's unkindness. So it's a little bit of local history there, and a ghost story as well, always good. Yeah, even if them things aren't true, it's always good that like local villages and local areas, they have their own like myths and legends and stuff. It just makes it all the more interesting, and having history, local history is good, but if you've got like a myth or a ghost story as well, it makes people just, I don't know, fascinated a bit more. They go, oh, is it true, is it not? And it creates curiosity and therefore interest, and I think that's a good thing. You should never get rid of those things. They should always exist. Although I can see it's probably going to be one of those things that as time goes on, people won't carry on that tradition. There won't be ghost stories anymore, which is sad really. It's a shame. But anyway, I'm waffling a bit on this video. Right, I'm gonna get a move on. So yeah, that's Little Baddow Church, and the hall is just through there. You can see sort of pink through the trees there, salmon pink. Anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the River Chelmer. So it's quite a big river really, and that flows into the Thames. So I'm turning right on the towpath there. Little Baddow Hall is just through the trees there. And so you turn right on the towpath and follow it for nearly 1.5 miles, passing the tea room and small marina at Paper Mill Lock, just after halfway. The river, east from Chelmsford, was turned into a canal in 1799. 12 locks account for the 75-foot drop from the city to the sea. The stretch beyond the lock is particularly attractive, willows fringing the towpath and the slopes running up to Danbury drawing ever closer. So yeah, it's really nice. This is a really nice addition to the walk. Really, you've got like the high ground and stuff of Danbury, the views and stuff there, through the farm fields and stuff, and you come out to like this. There's nothing like a good riverside walk. I don't think I filmed it. I did get some pictures of the River Stort and the Stort Valley Way in Harlow. That was really nice as well. Anyway, I'm going to carry on going here for 1.5 miles, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, so this is Paper Mill Lock on the River Chelmer, and I've just stopped here. The tea rooms is just through that way. Stopped, had a drink, Really nice here. Nice sound of the water coming through the lock and the weirs. People got barbecues, picnics. It's bank holiday, so of course it is really busy. It was packed in the cafe, and like their chiller cabinet with all their cold drinks was pretty much nearly empty. So I've got myself another one to take with me for the journey. Really nice here. It's well, it's about 5 o'clock now. It's not 10 to 5. It's 5 o'clock now. So it's nice evening. People are out. It's decent. Really nice. So it's going to be a nice evening walk. I've looked at the map, I've still got another like 5 miles to go, 4 3/4, so yeah, I'm going to be walking for at least well, I'd say probably another 2 hours probably, but it doesn't get dark till late, and I'll be back at the car park before 8:30 before it shuts, so I'll be able to get the car out. So yeah, it should be fine. And of course it's nice and cool now. So the good thing about summer evening walks is it's nice and cool, and yeah, it's much more bearable. So yeah, I'm heading that way. I'll speak to you in a bit. I've just got to where the Chelmer River bends round that way. It's a nice bench there, nice position. And apparently you turn off here at the right. There's 2 white top posts or something, which I haven't seen anyway, and you turn off here. Well, I've sort of looked on the map, and there's like this forest, this long thin bit, and then it widens out there, and it looks like a path going up through there, or like maybe a stream that runs into this. You don't go up there, the path is turning off here, so it looks like this is obviously the route. Yeah, just to recap on the river, this has probably been the highlight of the walk, the nicest part of the walk. It has, however, of course, been the busiest and the most touristy. Obviously everyone's like-minded, and they've all thought, nice walk here, let's go along. As I say, like, Paper Mill Lock was packed, you know, and there's been a lot of people along the towpath. But yeah, it's really nice part of the walk. A lot of people fishing by the riverbank. I was tempted to crack out my little survival kit, fishing kit and line, and have a practice and see if I could catch anything. I just throw them back in because I don't know enough about fish, and I don't want to catch any poisonous ones, you know, if like try and cook them and eat them. So you know, it'd just be a bit of practice really. I've never really fished before, so I thought, how hard can it be? Probably quite difficult is the question, and the answer rather. And yeah, I thought, no, another time, McLeod. I'll read up on it a bit about using like bushcraft fishing kits or survival team fishing kits, and have a practice then. So anyway, but yeah, it's been really nice this bit. So as I say, I think I'm heading this way. We'll soon see. Some really big trees, tall trees here. It's been like that everywhere really in Danbury, in the forests and along the towpaths. It's been nice. Anyway, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. Just look behind me as I'm climbing back up the hill of the Danbury Ridge. I've got amazing views over North Essex. Lovely. Makes you proud to be from Essex, a view like that. Not bad at all. I'm now in an area of woodland known as Heather Hills. Little heather remains, but scrub is being cleared to encourage its return. And of course there's the impressive view just through the trees. The light's probably counteracting that view, you probably can't see it too well through there, over much of northern Essex. So I've got to carry on ahead through here, go ahead at a path crossroads and take the gravel drive of Old Rodney, taking a left fork to a minor road onto which turn left. So yep, carry on up here. I don't know exactly what the time is right now, I'll have to check. It is 5:45, so I was at Paper Mill Lock at 5, I left there. See, I've been walking for about 45 minutes now. and it was at Paper Mill Lock. I had still another like 5 miles, like half the walk to do, so got a little bit further to go, but it's not too bad. So the light's still good, the weather's still nice. It's warm, it's quite muggy, but you know, the sun's sort of gone in a little bit, should we say? Yeah, as it, you know, as evening draws in. It's been a good walk, this one. It's nice, and it's nice to do one on my own, do a lengthy walk as well. So yeah, anyway, carry on up here. I've got my music on now just to sort of keep me going. I always recommend that, making a good walking playlist, you know, just for doing day walks and long distance paths on. Trust me, it's a lot different from my my gym playlist. For like when I'm lifting weights or doing cardio, that stuff's a lot heavier and more intense. It's nice sort of relaxed stuff really. And if I ever get a chance, I will try and put the playlist up on YouTube. If any of you fancy sort of, you know, getting some of the songs and listening to them whilst on a walk, sometimes they add sort of a different perspective to the walk, which is always good. Anyway, carry on up to Old Rodney, and I'll see you in a bit. For any fans of Only Fools and Horses, you're going to like this house. Please insert captions about dipsticks, plonkers and little shitty yellow three-wheel vans here. That is a brilliant house name, I like that. So you come out from the Old Rodney house and you take a left fork, and it brings you out to a minor road. Opposite it will say Mill Lane. So you turn left there, and then shortly down that road, which is that road there, you turn right down here at Postman's Lane. Once again, it's following the Admiral McHardy way. So it seems I've been following that quite a bit on this walk actually. It's been sort of one of the main sort of routes I've been doing. So yeah, just look out for that. I've just entered the access land of Wood and Water Common. I'm now heading onto some of the most heavily wooded areas of Danbury Ridge. So yeah, so you come through here, so you've gone down Postman's Lane, keep following the track ahead, there's one dip, go through that, and then the second dip is just down there. You come up here and you turn left here through this kiss and go through here. Man down, or should I say camera down, camera back up. That's some action footage there for you. Anyway, should use the wrist strap really on the camera. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I turned right up there and I'm walking along this now. I think I'm in Pheasant something Wood, Pheasant House Wood, and Wood and Water Common. I'm not putting all the directions on these videos, so you know, don't take my word for gospel. Okay, don't try and follow this exact route based on what I'm saying the directions, because I'm not mentioning all of them. You have to get the guidebook yourself, or there is a copy of the route by Peter Almer, who also wrote this book, and there's, yeah, the copy of it is from Country Walking magazine. It's the exact same route. I can't remember what issue it was, but I've had it for probably a few years, I don't know. So yeah, you know, you have to get the route yourself, get the book yourself and do it. Don't try and write down my directions, whatever you do. Plus I get lost a lot anyway, so yeah, there's no hope then. But yeah, I just thought I'd better mention that in case anyone out there's, you know, writing down, right, turn right, you know, follow this, you know, what's he saying, and you know, don't do that. Yeah, And I'm not going to mention all the different turns and stuff, otherwise I'll be here all night. So yeah, just to clear that up, you know, in this video and any other, you know, videos that I do as well. Okay, I'm probably sure you're not that stupid, but you never know. So yeah, there's the old sign, Danbury Ridge Reserves Wood and Water Common. Anyways, so I think I am going that way, I believe. See what I mean? I don't even know where I'm going, so don't listen to me. Anyway, stay tuned. Okay, see if you can spot this. Looks like a face or an alien. Or if you think of the alien in Paul, you've got one eye, two eyes, sort of a nose, and then like a mouth. Ancient alien theorists believe. Wow. Just come out from that road there, out from the forest, Wood and Water Common, crossed this crossroads, went through past some big posh houses there, and now I'm entering Lingwood Common. So I go across Lingwood Common, and that will bring me out into Danbury, and then I'll go through a bit more of the route from there. Okay, I'm back in Danbury, in the village. Nice houses there. This footpath up the brideway through Lingwood Common was quite steep, overgrown. I'm out of breath because I jogged a bit of it, saved some time. Cardio is not one of my strengths. It's almost a swear word, you could say. No, it's not that bad. Anyway, the Griffin Inn, the pub, is here. I've been in this pub before, and see my shadow there, and I'm probably going to stop here for a quick drink. I've earned it. And there's the pub. I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, I've left the Griffin Inn, 1 pint of Magners later. Very nice pub that, friendly staff, and they had a live sort of band in there, doing lots of good music actually, pretty much everything off of my iPod. And the road opposite, I think it says Main Lane, something like that, leads you up to the church here at Danbury. This, you can see that spire for miles around. I mean miles, it's crazy. Now it's about 7:30, so I definitely do not expect this church to be open. Quickly read you a little bit about the church. The church occupies the footprint of the Iron Age Danbury camp. Its earthworks, alas, almost lost, but what is not lost is the view southwards as you leave the churchyard by the footpath on its left. The high ground around Billericay, a continuation of the Danbury Ridge, geographically is prominent, and sweeping westwards the North Downs of Kent. Okay, so I'm going to find a footpath and carry on. Apparently there's another pub coming up soon, the Cricketers pub, so I'll probably stop in for another quick drink there, and then I'm pretty much back at Danbury Country Park and in the car park, and I've got an hour to go before they close the car park, so I'll be back in time definitely. Anyway, more to come. And there is that view that I was talking about. As you leave the church by the footpath on its left, view southwards, so you can see sort of it's the high ground around Billericay and the North Downs of Kent as well. That's quite a view, that. Won't show this this electrical mast. It's probably not the nicest view, but yeah. And I know from that way over there, that is the sports ground in Danbury. Now that's where I started the last walk and finished it was there, and when I did Danbury before. I don't think that was the right place to start. I'm not too sure. So yeah, so I'm heading down here, going downhill. I can actually see the sign of the Cricketers pub. So I've only just left one pub. It's always the way, really, with a lot of these walks. Is you know, there's no pubs, or there's like hardly any pubs spread out, and then suddenly there's like two in one place, and you feel obliged to go in all the pubs, really, providing they're open and stuff. Unless it looks like some kind of football thugs kind of pub. Trust me, I've seen a few of them before on walks, and they're not nice. But other than that, you always feel like, oh yeah, go on, I've got to stop in there for a drink. You kind of sample in the culture, the local sort of culture, and you know what the local area has to offer. You know, people say, you know, oh no, that's just an excuse to have a drink. No, it's not. It's nice. It's like you go in the churches and stuff like that, and you know, and have a look around. It's the same with the pubs. Yeah, I can see the Cricketers' Arms from here. So, assuming that's open, I'm going to stop in there as well. Just zoom in. And there you can see that view. Once again, another view to make you proud to live in Essex. Or if you lived in any county, you had a view like that. You think, yep, you're surveying the land around you. I can sort of see where people like hill walk in the Lake District and stuff, because you've got that, but you know, that looks like sort of a, there in the distance there, that looks like maybe that could be the Thames, I'm guessing. I don't know, I failed geography, so yeah. What a nice view. Might take a couple of quick pictures and head to the pub. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the end of the walk. And I've come back to the right car park, because there was two car parks for Danbury Country Park. I parked up in this one. I don't know if it was the right one to park up in. It looks right anyway, because that was a no entry back that way, the way I come in. That's the exit. It looks promising. It's just starting to get sort of a bit dark, really. The sun's going down, so finish it good. Oh, and there it is. There's my little car, my little baby. I might have to edit that out. That sounds a bit weird. There it is. Yes! Finished the walk. I'm the last one in the car park. Brilliant. And there we go. It's a free advertisement for me as well, for my personal training. There you go. Want any personal training? Get in contact with me. Anyway, that is the walk finished. That's been an epic one. That has been good. I started over there earlier, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I'm back here. So yeah, that's the entrance to come in, and then that's the exit out that way. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been good. It's been quite a bit to see. I've seen a very like varied landscape, actually, more than I expected. So I'm really pleased with that. It's been good. By the way, parking here, £4. I think for over 3 hours. I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to be here quite a while, so doing the walk. So yeah, £4. So if you want to do this walk, it's going to cost you £4 parking, but it's money well spent in my opinion. I'm not complaining. Anyway, yeah, that's been a good one. As I say, I haven't got many more walks left in this book now. I've got one more left in one of my other books. I think it's the Pathfinder Guides, 50 Walks in Essex or something like that. The St Joseph one. So I'm going to do that one soon. And then I've got, in this one, I've got Castle Headingham and Holes Mill walk to do. That's a fairly short walk, about 7 miles. Me and Alex are going to try and do that one. He's going off to Hull University soon to do his PhD, something like that. Anyway, it went over my head a bit, but and yeah, I've got a 2-for-1 voucher for Castle Headingham. So I was like, look, we'll use that up. So I'm sort of saving that one for me and him to do. And then I've got the marshes around Tollesbury, which is sort of across the estuary from Mersey Island, in this book as well. That's like a 17.5, 18-mile walk, and I'm probably going to do that as the last walk out of all 3 books. And as a celebration, what I'm going to do is, because it's a big walk, is I might split it into 2 days and wild camp out on like the river estuary, on like the sea wall sort of thing, overnight, just to sort of make it a bit more special and something a bit different, you know, as a way of ending the walk really. So yeah, that's the plans. Looking forward to it. I mean, I've pretty much nearly covered all of Essex now. There's not many places I haven't been. I was looking on my OS maps last night actually, and I was sort of circling the areas, like the walks that I've done, and there's not a lot of space in between really. There's a couple of little places, maybe not walks that I could do, but just places of interest, you know, that look interesting, maybe with like historical monuments or remains of historical monuments and little villages, but other than that, not a lot really. So I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, this has been a good one today. So I better get going on the last one here. So they'll be locking the car park soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this one. I hope you like all my videos I do. Please, you know, like and subscribe, all that sort of stuff, all that YouTube shit. I'll probably get done for that. No. Yeah, thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. I am going to go home now. I might get fish and chips. Or if there's a KFC nearby, possibly treat myself and my old Dot to that. She's probably eaten already, but whatever, I'm going to get something to eat. I think I've deserved it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to catch the next video. Hopefully it'll be a cracker. See you later.